I'm Jose Asman, the esports coordinator here.
I'm Barryon, one of the members of the esports program, and joining us is Blackwater, the captain of the team that was able to win Season 1 of the RMU Cup. What are your thoughts on that last series?
Well, actually, you didn't get my name right. It's Blackwater LLC. The LLC stands for Lackluster Captain.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fired. But yeah, how are you feeling? I mean, you just won. I mean, we know you got your Disneyland tickets already.
Yeah.
So, I mean, besides that, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I promised Gay Calzone before this match that Pope would not be the two-time champion for the RMU Cup, that we would be the one for this winter split, OGN winter, if you will, for the RMU Cup.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you guys win seeding points, and then you also get a special exclusive shirts from Riot Games. Shout out to Riot Games. And I mean, you guys played one crazy match. Can you tell us what happened after Game 3? Because I mean, you guys lost. I mean, I would have been like the whole team would have been flaming each other. But tell me.
So I think our team as a whole has had a pretty good dynamic. We usually aren't the one to say, "Hey, one specific person cost us the game," because throughout a series, like there'll be a number of times where one or two of us just misplays, and it's important to move past like individual performances, because at the end of the day, even if someone's having a bad game, as a group of five, if we play the macro right and we draft to our comp strengths, we still should be able to carry out most games are winnable in this cup. I think a lot of the teams are evenly matched, and the main thing that sets us apart is just to know like when someone's having a good day and like just playing to their strengths, or just knowing what's good in the meta and just playing to that.
Anyone, before we ask more questions, please type in the chat any questions you want to ask Blackwater, personally or Army Cup. Well, it's going to be a fun show. So I mean, that's a great way you kind of bring that up, how everyone there, it's an Army Cup game, anything can kind of happen. Did anything, like, for this game, I mean, you guys were they down at that point? Yeah, you guys were down. I mean, it wasn't by much, but I mean, Gloon was really big. So I mean, how was he in comms? Was he like being a big leader in it, or was he just kind of hanging on the back, just being like, yeah, I'll carry?
So game 1 and game 4 specifically, he was always the first to say that, like, basically, all right, so here's our win condition. So he knew that he was playing Bane the first time, and then Xayah this next time, and he just knew when he was strong. He's like, just play around me. Usually Leo's really good with engaging, and like everyone knows where they should be in a team fight. So he was just saying, like, these are the windows that can work. I know we're behind right now, but if we just reset our minds, just reset everything, play the team fight out, like, just because we failed before, like with these new items and like the new spikes we're having, we should be able to carry through. I think he was pretty instrumental in our comebacks in game 1 and 4.
Yeah, you have a question? Or
Yeah, why do you pick Malzahar when Syndra's open and you like are you could know it's probably going to be a Zoe. Like after game 2, you had a really great performance, Syndra into the Zoe. You like were 4-0 before you were able to take down the mid tower. Just really made Zoe have no impact. And then game 3, Syndra's open, you pick up the Malzahar, and Zoe is just a huge factor for you guys losing that game. Like, why?
I mean, sometimes it's really hard to press R on Syndra. I think Malzahar, it's a little nicer, like the animation's smoother, there's less delay. So I kind of like that about it. But overall, I think, although I did do really good in the 1v1 against Zoe in game 2, I think that what Malzahar provided for the team was important, because at the end of the day, I think what makes freaking Pope's team so good is just their insane like jungle mid synergy in the 2v2. So game 4, like, I knew Syndra was strong and Elise was a strong jungler, but I felt like Malzahar would be like that guarantee where our win condition was keeping the Xayah alive, because she was our primary AD damage, because we mainly had AP threats. And I just wanted to make sure that at the very end of the day, like, whoever was jumping on Xayah, I could keep alive with the Mal's ult. And although Syndra can like stun, it's very hard for her to stun targets that are diving at her. So like, while I can take the backline out, at the end of the day, if Gluten ends up dying on the Xayah, because Leona, with tanks being so strong right now, just tears her like apart. Like I didn't really do my job as the mid laner when we're trying to kind of play almost a little bit of a survival style in game 4.
Cool. Before we get to the shoe phase, let's answer some questions. So we got, how do you say logs? IGN?
Faxel 289
Back
says,
yeah, before I read it.
why is it that no one knows how to counter Malzahar?
Well, all right.
Well, sometimes it's really hard to find the right amount of gold. Like there's a specific amount of gold that does counter Malzahar. Usually it comes into the form of more or less one Quicksilver sash, but I don't know. Maybe they just aren't getting enough gold in laning to be able to purchase one.
Why is gluten the best addition to your team? And a follow-up question for that from Breed. As esports coordinator, how do you feel about the illegal substitution of a diamond in place of a gold in Blackwater victory against 3? Wait, I don't know if that's
I'll have you know Steel Ball Run is Plat 3 now.
Oh.
So
But how about gluten? How do you feel that addition's been? Because I heard in the beginning it was interesting, but now, I mean, it seems like it's a whole different dynamic.
yeah, so at first it was a little tense. I think Gluten was disappointed with what ended up happening, but I mean, Palafox went pro, so we don't even know. He might find his way back into varsity, but it took him a little while to adjust. And I think one thing that's important to understand, all of us are like, for the most part, like low diamond players. Like the average skill of the cup did increase heavily from last year, but at the end of the day, there's still plenty of people that are going to have plenty of bad days because none of these people are, I mean, varsity. Like none of them are going to be able to make the right decision 10 out of 10 times. And in a team environment, it's easy to like just not know what you wanted, like not know like if what you're doing is wrong or what the team's doing wrong. So I think it was important for him to realize like, all right, this is what I can improve on. These people obviously aren't trying to make me look bad. Like everyone's trying to win here. So how do we work together and like just kind of work past the times we have bad games? Because I know I've had some pretty bad games. I think at one point I broke the cup record for most deaths in the quarterfinals, but luckily Carnage is now tied with me and someone else surpassed us. So it's a team feeding process.
Sorry, I'm not reading that question from Lulgen.
Oof.
All right, so
Hashtag free Lulgen.
Thank you, Caesar, for taking the time to talk with us. Congrats for winning the first, what is it, season? And you'll be getting your prize soon. And now, since I didn't know you'd get 3-0 in game 2, I have to lick my shoe.
Well, it's a pretty clean shoe, at least.
Oh!
Yikes.
Doesn't taste clean.
Yeah.
Well,
black can be deceiving. Yeah.
Well,
with that, we will be ending season 1 of the RMU Cup, and we'll catch you next season starting tomorrow.
bye, everyone.